Congratulations, you just found the ultimate guide to the hybrid attack strategy at Town Hall 12. Special shout out to Christian for requesting this one.
3, 2, 1, go!
If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you wanted to learn this attack, you're going to need to watch this whole video. It's packed with pro tips for you. There's one in particular I'm saving for the end that alone will save you from so many fails.
We're going to start with the army composition. The only thing that remains consistent is 5 healers, more miners than there are hogs. All the other stuff in here is subject to change depending on how much funneling you need and how many walls you have to break through with wall breakers. Then you got to look at the highest value targets in the base. In this order, they are the Town Hall, the Eagle Artillery, and all 3 of the Inferno Towers. The goal of the Queen Charge is to take out as much of that value as possible while setting up some really nice pathing for the miners and hogs through the rest of the base. Also, Queen Charge does need to kill the enemy clan castle. You can see Surge's Queen Charge is going to be taking him right in here, which is going to get that Town Hall taken out. And if we check that CC range, he's going to have to get through this wall somehow so that he can get into that CC range and get it killed. Another thing you need to understand is how wall breakers function. If we're going to look at this wall right here, you got to understand wall breakers do not target walls. They actually target buildings, but they target buildings that are covered by a wall. If we look at these buildings right here, we've got open wall pieces on both ends, so they're not going to be targeted by the wall breakers. But if we look at this building right here, we've got solid wall covering it, no open wall pieces. So this building right here is going to be a really good target to target with your wall breakers. It has to be the closest building behind a wall that's not open. So you can target it from right here. If you dropped one right here, it would probably just go for this wall piece, targeting this building behind a wall. But you could probably target this one from, say, right about here, and that's going to put it closer to this wall than it will to this one. But honestly, it's kind of a toss-up. So if you want to have a safe wall break, you got to angle it on this side so that this is definitely the next closest wall piece.
Now, let's talk about Queen pathing. Queen is really good at reliably going for the next closest building. So baby dragons, loons, wizards, all those funneling troops, even loons, going to be used to take out buildings on the side that would distract her from where she's supposed to go. Let's take a look at her pathing right here. After she takes this down, her next closest building is the air defense. She's going to be able to reach that from right in here, so she's not going to have to move very far. Once this is down, her next closest building is probably going to end up being this wizard tower right here, or possibly even the town hall, causing her to go inside the wall and take out the value that Surge is looking for. Here we go. Go into the air defense. Let's see what she targets next. I'm betting it's that wizard tower. All right, wizard tower, and then from there to the town hall. Very nicely done. Now, look at the angle that his healers are at. They're well behind the queen and the town hall, so when that town hall goes off, it should not be able to reach the healers. If the town hall can reach your healers, you gotta get through the town hall fast. We're gonna see that in one of the later attacks in this video. You do not want to let the town hall kill your healers. Now, look at how he pre-placed that rage. Queen was not in trouble. She had full health. He knew, planning this charge, that the enemy queen right here would be massive damage. So if he wanted to save his queen ability, he'd have to pre-rage. So he'd get that queen dealt with and still get the queen taken out. Now, that wall breaker came in and targeted the wall piece. Unfortunately, Tornado Trap stopped it just short. He's going to drop a rage to help his queen beat through the wall. He really wants his queen to deal with that enemy clan castle. As soon as he gets that pulled and drops a poison down on them, he's going to be going with the hybrid. Now, other side of the funnel, King is going to be responsible for clearing all this outside trash buildings here alongside the siege barracks so that he can send miners and hogs straight into the core of the base. And he wants the king and siege barracks to clear as much of this stuff as possible. That way, as the miners are moving through, they stick inside the base. They don't start getting lost out on the fringes. And look at those clan castle troops, man. Those super minions, he had to use a poison on them and a freeze on the headhunters, all right? You got to be careful. We got a tip for dealing with that a little bit later on in this video that's going to save you from so many fails, so be sure to hang in there for that. Now, hogs and miners moving their way through the base. If you notice that the king is not funneling this outer trash fast enough and you're already getting ready to start losing hogs and miners to the outside, go ahead and pop his ability, even if he's not in trouble health-wise, because getting that funnel established in time is really, really important. The more hogs and miners you can keep moving through the core of the base, the the more likely your chances of success on the attack. Now look at this queen, man. She's still alive on the outside. She doesn't have a lot of heavy stuff to deal with out there, so she's going to be able to stay alive for quite a while there. No ability needed, but he does have the option, man. He can drop a freeze, kind of keep her alive, which he does. He gets the X-bow that was aggroed on her and the multi-target Inferno that his Hogs and Miners were coming into. That was some beautiful freeze value right there, helping out his queen charge and helping out the Hogs and Miners get a little bit more value in there. Now look at this, man. The end of the attack. Hogs out of the siege barracks are such an amazing reinforcement for your troops on the back end of these attacks. Usually by the time they come out, a lot of times your Hogs that you brought are already dead. They rush out in front of the Miners. They die early, so having those reinforcing Hogs in the siege barracks is huge. Now we're also going to be looking at using lightning spells with hybrid, because at this point in the game, that is a skill that you have to have. Now, 4 lightnings and 1 earthquake can take down a multi-target Inferno or a single target Inferno compartment there at Town Hall 12. That's good to know, because at Town Hall 13, you need 5. So don't be confused. 4 of them will take down an Inferno tower. Now, taking down an Inferno tower is not just about taking out that value. It's about creating that dead space to give yourself some nice, easy pathing for your queen, where the multi-target Inferno is not sniping your healers. Now, look at that queen pathing. Once again, we got a kind of a cannon out here that might worry you a little bit, but let's take a look at the queen pathing, man. What is she going to target after this goes down? She's clearly going to be closer to this. She's going to have to step up to about here to hit it, and then from there, what's her next closest building? After that, this is going to be the next closest building. She's going to have to step up to about here to hit it. Then this is going to be the next closest building right here. So even though that cannon might make you a little bit nervous right there, if we follow the next closest building, she's definitely going to be pathing in towards that town hall beautifully. We've got a partial pull of a single archer here. And watch this, man. Headhunters with super minions. He actually brought 2 poisons. A poison for the headhunters and a poison for the super minions. That's definitely one option for dealing with this CC, if you know that's what's in there. Another option is if you don't know what's in the CC, man, you can just go ahead and bring a freeze that you would normally bring with this attack strategy and a poison. Freeze the headhunters, poison the super minions. Make sure either way that you get a rage down on your queen. Take a look at this, man. He got that town hall down. He's got this entire side of the base taken out. Worth noting, the Eagle artillery is still up, so you don't want to be starting from the back side of this base, because you're going to get that Eagle artillery super late. If you're not going to queen charge it, you want to get it with the hybrid as early as possible, so it's not raining down shots on your army for the entire attack. And that's exactly what Eve Costa Rica is going to be doing right here. He's got his king and his siege barracks, P.E.K.K.A.s and free wizards out there trying to nail in that side of the funnel so we can get this Eagle artillery down nice and early. When you're healing your Hogs and Miners, it's important to look at where they are going to be standing. Remember, you're not healing the defenses, you're healing the Hogs. So instead of trying to perfectly fit a group of defenses inside of your heal spell, all you got to do is see where they're standing. Even though this air defense is not covered at all by the heal, this group of Hogs that's standing right here is still inside the range of that heal spell. So be sure you practice those heal spells in practice. They only have to cover the angle that the Hogs or Miners are going to be standing on. They don't have to cover the entire defense. Look at this, man. We got that healer swap that can be so powerful on this attack, man. Even if your queen goes down, or if you're dropping the Hogs and Miners in the same area where your queen's working, you got a pretty good probability of getting a healer swap onto your Hogs and Miners. It's going to keep them topped up on health through the backside of the base. Of course, this can't always be relied upon. You never know what healer AI is going to decide to do, but it certainly is handy and powerful when it happens. All right, man, here we go. Take a look at this Inferno Tower compartment right here. Now, we already know that 4 lightnings and 1 quake is enough to take out this Inferno. However, he puts a couple off to the side there to get the sweeper, and then he knew he had to have 3 left to get this cannon down as well. That's going to set him up with some really nice, easy pathing. He's got all this dead space in here that the queen's not going to go for. He got rid of that cannon that would be putting some extra pressure on his queen, and look at what he's got left, man. A nice easy walk into the town hall area. Now he does still have to invest 2 spells. Look at that. He's got, oh, there was a couple skellies in there too. That's gonna have to cause him to use a second poison on the headhunters, second freeze on the headhunters, and of course a poison on the super minions out back. That's 3 more spells he had to use just to get the clan castle troops dealt with. Now, since he's used so many spells already, he's really only got 1 heal for the backside of this base, so you know he's going to want to start on that Eagle Artillery, get it taken out nice and early in the attack. Now, look at this. Look at this. Because the angle of the healers behind the queen, they're actually in range of the town hall right there. This is very dangerous. That town hall can take out your healers entirely. K-Mech knows this, so he's going to pop his queen ability, get the town hall taken out before it has a chance to kill most of his healers, and that's going to be key because he's going to be able to keep his queen alive all the way through to the end of this attack, and she's going to continue sniping defenses and structures for the entirety of this attack. Now, King and Siege Barracks down on the other side trying to funnel that little bit of trash building. He popped his king early. He wants to keep the Hogs and Miners really focused into this base. He's out of heal spells. He just used his Grand Warden ability, so he's going to have to rely on pathing and momentum to get the rest of this base taken out. Queen is still alive on the right-hand side. She doesn't have a lot of defenses down there, so she's got a leisurely walk where she can continue to grab value. However, he's going to need Hogs and Miners to take out these Inferno Tower compartments because the Queen cannot reach those from the outside, and right now he's not having a whole heck of a lot of luck. Looks like that single on the left is going to be going down, but the multi-target Inferno never got enough troops to path to it, so Queen is going to have to break in here to end the rest of this attack, guys. This is the power of having your Queen still alive, even if your troops die out. If you got enough time and you've kept your Queen alive for the whole attack, she's going to finish off a lot of 3 stars for you. Okay, so let's talk about pathing, all right? What you want to do, man, is narrow base down into a pretty narrow section so your Hogs and Miners can stick together. They can be covered by a single heal spell. They're not spreading out all over the entire base. Let's look at this, man. I mean, yeah, you could walk your Queen right down this side and grab some stuff. She wouldn't be able to reach the town hall, but she'd probably hit the CC eventually. But let's look at what you'd have left, man. You'd have a massive, massive path of the base. It would spread the Hogs and Miners way, way, way too thin. So what you got to do is charge your Queen inside there. Start taking out some of this value right here. And that way you're going to have a nice narrow path for Hogs and Miners to work through. If you can create those narrow paths for your Hogs and Miners to work through the rest of a base, you're going to have a ton of success with this attack. Now, important to notice the lightnings on this. He brought 6 lightnings and 1 quake. That is enough to zap the defensive clan castle. However, he missed his quake by a little bit, so the clan castle did not go down. Make no mistake, True is trying to save this attack, but he's sweating right now because the whole target of all those zaps and that quake was to get that clan castle down. Now, he's got no poison, no freezes, because he did not plan on having to have his Queen deal with the enemy clan castle. Let's see if he's going to be able to get through this and have her survive, man. We've got archers coming out, tons of archers. Oh, it's going to distract them for a while. Now, check this out, man. He's got a bunch of archers and super minions. He's got to pop the Queen ability to have any chance of dealing with those super minions. Now, let's look at this, man. Siege Barracks, King, their job is clearly to funnel this outside trash. That way, Miners and Hogs stick together. Also, notice, once again, where this Eagle Artillery is, he's starting the Hogs and Miners on the side of the base. That's going to get that Eagle Artillery taken out as soon as possible. And if you want to have success, you're going to need to do that as well when you're planning your attacks. Because of the Queen ability in the raid, she actually gets the CC killed. She's going to be able to get this town hall taken out, but she's got no ability left, so her healers are taking a hurting. She's only got 2 healers left at this point, man. Look at that. We got a heal down for the Hogs and Miners in the core. Grand Warden ability's already been used on them, but he's still got a heal remaining for the Hogs and Miners, and that's going to be key, standing right there in between a multi-target Inferno, Expo right there, and now we've got the reinforcing Hogs coming out of the Siege Barracks, because look at this, man. All the Hogs he brought, they're already dead now. That's normal. They zoom out ahead of the Miners a little bit. They eat up all the traps. oftentimes before the miners even get there, they're setting off those giant bombs, so hogs generally go down in these attacks, and miners and or queens still alive are generally responsible for finishing it off. And that's one of the reasons this attack is so powerful, because the hogs take so much of that heat, clear so many of those defenses and traps before the miners even get there, that by the time you run into the end of the attack, it's a very manageable amount for the miners to deal with. All right, guys, now it's time for that tip that I promised you, and it's in relation to the enemy clan castle. Look at this. The super minions and the headhunters. That is the most deadly queen charge killing clan castle troops combo that we've ever seen. So this attacker, Eve Costa Rica, is going to bring 2 poisons. A lot of attackers are electing to do that, but just simply planning that's not quite enough, man. The real tip that I have for you is you need to practice in FCs versus this CC, because if you're not ready for it, if you're not familiar to doing it, you haven't committed dealing with that to your muscle memory yet, whether it's with 2 poisons or a freeze on the headhunters, poison on the super minions, it kills your queen so fast. If you don't practice it, you're not even going to have a chance, man. Your queen is going to die so fast. So my number 1 tip to you in dealing with this new clan castle combination that is so deadly is going to be get somebody in your clan the same town hall level as you, get them that defensive clan castle troops on their friendly challenge base, and have them post it for you so you can practice queen charging it and killing it over and over and over again. That way in war, it's not going to surprise you. You're already going to be familiar with killing it. That is going to help you have so much more success, because guys, this is an incredibly common clan castle used, and it's going to get more so as people are learning that it's the meta and how easily it kills their queen. More and more people are going to be using this, so learn how to deal with it now. Friends, I'll see you in the next video.